Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. Recently, the Lady Lion basketball team was at home at the University Center to take on the UNO Lady Privateers and Stephen F. Austin in a Southland Conference matchup. Let's go out to the University Center and check in with Matt Sullivan with the highlights.
The Southeastern women's basketball team brought in the 2012 portion of their schedule as they hosted UNO in the University Center. The Lady Lions coming off a loss at Ole Miss. And early on, it was UNO scoring as Miriam Sipos scores the first points of the ball game to give the Privateers a 2-0 lead. She would add a three-pointer as UNO jumped out to a 5-0 advantage. But after that, it was all Southeastern as the Lady Lions went on a 22-4 run. Asia Gibson begins the run and she scores 2 of her 11 points early in the first half. The Lady Lions on the offensive end, Brandy Simmons collects 1 of her 8 rebounds and scores 2 of her 14 points. And then Simmons again down in the post, scoring over the Privateer defense. Gibson would drive the lane as she finished 7 of 12 overall in the ball game in 21 minutes of play. Freshman Hillary Schaefer misses the three-pointer, but Latoria Holder gets the rebound. Elizabeth Style misses, but Schaefer finishes it off as she gets the rebound and put back. Schaefer finishing with 9 points and 7 rebounds in the contest. Gibson with a short jumper off the glass for Southeastern. And then on the offensive boards again, Kelly Jenkins picks up the offensive rebound. Jenkins finishing with 10 points, one of 4 players in double figures for Southeastern. And then on defense, Latoria Holder with the steal and the bucket. Holder finishing with 6 points in 19 minutes of action. The jumper by Jenkins is short, but Schaefer's there for the offensive rebound and putback. And then on defense, Southeastern pushes the ball up the floor. And Jenkins will drive the lane and score. UNO with a basket by Carrie Thomas, but Latoria Holder drives the baseline and scores for Southeastern. Simmons against the UNO zone gets into the lane and scores. Southeastern finished 18 of 44 in the first half, 41%. Second half they would heat up. Simmons scoring again off the post entry from Summer Postel. And then against the zone, Gibson with a steal. She'll lose the ball, but finds Gibson, who spins and scores. And Southeastern pushing their lead up to 20. And then Jenkins drives inside the arc, spots up with the jumper, and it's good. And then Holder would find Gibson, who would drive off the glass and score. And then defensively again, Kelly Jenkins with the steal. She'll spot up with the jumper. Doesn't get it to fall, but Holder's there for the offensive putback. And Holder would score. And Southeastern would lead 40-18 at halftime. Second half action as the Lady Lions better from the arc, 17 of 32, one of the rare misses there, but Simmons is there for the putback and score. And then Jenkins would rattle one in on the short jumper off the pass from Simmons. And then Simone Miller would drive, kick it out to Jessica Summers. She would hit the three, one of 2 threes by Summers in the contest. And Southeastern would blow out UNO 81-30. Simmons leading the way for the Lady Lions with 14 points. Asia Gibson with 11, Simone Miller with 11, and Kelly Jenkins finishing with 10. Southeastern was back in the University Center opening up Southland Conference play, taking on the Lady Jacks of Stephen F. Austin. Early on, Simone Miller dishing it off to Brandy Simmons. Simmons scoring for the Lady Lions, 2 of her 16 points in the ball game. Simmons with a steal. She'll dish it off to Elizabeth Stiles. Stiles finishing with 11 points on 4 of 10 shooting. SFA with a basket by Annette Davis. Davis finishing with 4 points and 5 rebounds in 24 minutes for SFA. Postel picking up the rebound. Stiles will push it up the floor. Scores on the running layup off the contact. And Southeastern trailing by 3 at halftime. Kelly Jenkins getting into a corner, but gets it outside. Back into Simmons, who finds Postel, who puts it up and good. Southeastern in the first half, 10 of 25 from the floor, 40%. And again, Coach Jones telling her team to pick it up. Simmons responds as she rolls one in from inside the lane. Basket there by Portia Roberts for SFA. 2 of her 14 points, and the Lady Jacks would hold on for a 69-61 victory. Simmons led Southeastern with 16 points, while Stiles had 11. Kelly Jenkins finishing with 9. Asia Gibson with 9 points as well. Southeastern falling to 5-9 overall, 0-1 in league play, while Stephen F. Austin improved to 11-3 and 1-0 in conference play.
The Lady Lions will be on the road this weekend in Texas A&M Corpus Christi for a Southland Conference matchup. And also on the 18th, the Southeastern Lady Lion basketball team will be part of the Southland Conference Television Game of the Week. And you can watch all Southland Conference Game of the Week right there on WSTY Channel 22 Charter Cable to follow the Southland Conference. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at Coach Jim Yarborough and his Lion men's basketball team right here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.